Hey everyone! If you grew up with a Thomas Wooden Railway yearbook or pamphlet in the early 2000s, you definitely gawked at this set. Welcome to another Thomas Wooden Railway discussion on the Lift and Load set, a truly legendary layout from Learning Curve's heyday. Released in both clickety-clack and traction rail designs, this set was the end goal for everyone's Thomas Wooden Railway collection. But unless you had a bunch of money lying around, this item remained elusive for the 8 or 9 years that it was sold. Luckily, I've been able to acquire all of the individual pieces and engines for this set, and now I present it to you in its complete form. The Lift and Load set has a no-holds-barred attitude. Everything you could possibly want in a set and more are included in this massive layout. Famous destinations like the log loader, cargo crane, and barrel loader are packed into a tight space to give you a very realistic, yet cramped, vision of the island of Sodor. Best of all, we get familiar engines and logical pieces of rolling stock to roam the rails and make this layout as productive as possible. The Sodor log loader spits out a few skinny pieces of timber when the knob on the side is turned, and Oliver and this forest log car can carry the supplies away with ease. Elsewhere, James and his plastic barrel car are waiting at the Arsdale Company barrel loader for a transfer of flour, corn, and molasses. This destination is a common one, but it's still nice to see it included in this massive set. Meanwhile, Toby is hanging out at the Sodor grain loader, where he can unload and refill his plastic grain car that switches from empty to full like movie magic. Of course, a giant set like this one is going to feature Thomas in some capacity, and this time he's helping out near the Sodor cargo crane. Terrence the tractor is also nearby if anyone needs assistance. And finally, we have Catherine from the Coldie Fell Railway hanging out on these awesome elevated track foundations. I wouldn't be surprised if the creators of this set forgot that Catherine is just an unpowered coach and she needs someone to push her around. Otherwise, she's going to be stuck up here for quite a while. But wait, we're not done yet, folks. A large set like this commands a lot of accessory pieces to help keep the theme. And fortunately, we have a bunch of additional items mulling about. Sir Topham Hatt is included to make sure his engines are running right on time, and he has 2 helpers or workmen nearby in case trouble arises. There are a total of 5 trees, 2 pine trees and 3 maple trees, one being a colorful apple tree that looks amazing up close. With a grand total of 7 switches on this layout, a bright yellow crossing sign is definitely needed to warn the engines of potential merge points. If that's not enough, there are 2 additional overhead signals that make for some great realistic railway decor. Let's not forget the total of 12 risers that bring the elevated sections of this layout to life, along with 2 smaller destinations, the Knapford Cover Bridge and the Water Tower, both which help bring the island of Sodor to life on such a grand scale. If you can't tell, this set is awesome, and it definitely ranks up there with the all-time greats. I'm impressed with the engine selection, the destinations included, and the wide variety of track pieces that make this layout unforgettable. Like I mentioned earlier, this set was released in both clickety-clack and traction rail designs. And while some of my destinations are only themed for one style of track, hopefully you can appreciate both versions of the set with the updated engines and track pieces. Honestly, as a kid, this would have been the only set you ever needed to fully enjoy the Thomas Wooden Railway line. There's so much to do that it would be impossible to grow bored with all of the new adventures to be had on this crazy layout. In a perfect world, I would probably substitute Oliver for Henry because Henry's forest log car and the log loader are already here, and maybe gotten rid of Catherine and replaced her with another engine. but these are just some nitpicky suggestions. I love this legendary set the way it is, and hopefully I've been able to show off just how incredible the finished product is. Yes, this set was very expensive back in the day, as were all of the deluxe sets, but you definitely got what you paid for. Even if you weren't able to get this set as a kid, I'm sure it inspired a lot of us to keep collecting and building towards that awesome layout that we always saw in the yearbooks. I'm glad to have grown up in an era of awesome Thomas Wooden Railway toys, and this set is the perfect reminder of just how good things used to be. The Lift and Load set is an unrivaled testament of high-quality ingenuity at its finest, and it's been a pleasure to share it with you all. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching.